95. Then we take out another sector with income less than 1 lakh a year, and that constitutes 51%. This leaves us with 44% of the middle class of India. Now, this middle class for India, the question is, what is their needs for housing? No difficulty. But what are the difficulties they face? Who is addressing them? What are the banks, what are the builders, what are the lawyers, what are the laws to ensure housing for them, and at what cost? These are some of the issues which I researched. But more importantly, I would appeal to all of you, because I want to go on a different theme than the other speakers at this. That is, let us look ourselves from the shoes of those persons, the 44% of India. What are the difficulties they face? A, the cost. What are the factors that will reduce the cost? Some have been stated, I will not repeat, but my focus is on reduction of cost and suffices that. Secondly, is this 44% only in the urban area? Bulk is in the rural areas, which presently receives no attention. Very little literature, very little research, and is to be found with regard to housing in the rural area. It's required, and required for this middle segment. Then, financing. Financing will come only if there are two sureties. One, the builder will deliver, and two, the borrower will pay back. Without that, there can't be financing. These are practical issues which need to be looked at. Questions of rent control, which have plagued the development of real estate and need just straight overnight abolition. The question is, those of us who are more fortunate, who live in houses, who deal in big time houses, and who claim to have the intellectual and business skills, can we not earmark and allocate a part of our thought, a part of our thinking and skills to work out laws, methods, policies, so that the needs of this sector is also catered to? Friends, it is my feeling, based on research once again, given the proper laws, the informal sector which comprises will be able to generate enough funds. We don't need FDI. We need only an environment where their own funds can be tapped. The government, of course, has to give assistance. I keep monetary aside for the moment, and I talk more of assistance in terms of laws, in terms of policy, and in terms of providing assistance that really means assistance in the true form. It will be my appeal in the end. I want to keep it short, because before a parchi comes, I said no, I'll keep it short, that let us spare some of our thought and our mind to look at this sector. And if we stand from their angle, look at it, find solutions, and make housing available for the middle class, friends, it is that middle class which will give growth to India and pride to each one of us. Let us treat it, to think for them as a part of our duty. Jai Hind.
Thank you very much, Dr. Mohan. I think indeed it was a very, very nicely shared session where we have learned a lot from all of them. Before we break for tea, ladies and gentlemen, I would request President NAREDCO, Mr. Naveen M. Raheja, to please be here on the stage and felicitate Justice Shri S.N. Dhingra and the other dignitaries. Ladies and gentlemen, a huge round of applause for Mr. Naveen M. Raheja.
Time for questions. Can we have some time for questions?
Yes, you can have questions.
Sir, it is not a question. more a submission to Your Honor that we as developers are not black sheep, all. I'm a valiant soldier. I come from a background where my war record was so excellent that as an engineer I was recommended for a Veer Chakra, which is not a small thing. I came out to do social service and I provided housing for 12,000 defense people around Hyderabad. And locals also were taken in. Initially I was not taken, about 8,000. And as usual for a big chunk of land of 2,000 acres, there was some litigation. It delayed the project. So many people got discouraged. About 2,000 of them refused to pay for 10, 11 years. So those 2,000 people, after giving more than a dozen notices, were refunded. They kept quiet for 4, 5 years till the time the legal problem was solved. And now once they are solved, out of 2,000, 200 have gone to consumer fora and 99% are decided in my, against me in their favor, saying you allot them, take back your money refunded, allot them plot at that 25 years or 20 years old cost today. This is how it is, because these problems are not understood by consumer forums. I don't blame them, but these practical problems have to be understood. And I formed the association for AP, where 500 of us have taken a vow to go by the rules, not break the rules. We have changed a lot of rules when it didn't suit the industry. But we are now with these associations of NAREDCO, CREDAI and other associations. We have evolved ourselves as good.
See, I have heard you. See, the clappings which you heard, see, support you, a lot of your brothers support you. See, we all face a problem of credibility.
Yes, sir.
You see, if you go to a police station, why don't you want to go to a police station? Because though the police is meant to help you, but you are always afraid of going to police station. So that is the issue of credibility, which is there general in all this, see, all over the whole population. It is not, you see, this credibility, if I wish that your breed of builders develop and progress, but see how many persons are there like you. See, this sector is there where most of the black money of the country is invested. This is a sector where most of the politicians put their money earned through, you see, misdeeds. So you have to keep this in mind. This is a sector, you see, we are talking of problem, Dr. Arun Mohan talked of
I entirely agree with Your Honor.
Dr. Arun Mohan talked of the middle class, but everybody forgets the poor class. When you take land before near